Welcome to Nerds, Geeks, and the Kitchen Sink. It's the podcast that is like hanging out at the video store. I'm one of your hosts, DK.
I'm Chris, your other host. Welcome, you beautiful drunk bastards.
Are they drunk? I didn't check.
Hey, I mean,
They're probably
if
drunk.
it's,
If you're
yeah,
listening to this, you're probably drunk. How is it, Chris? Improve if you feel like it. How are you?
I am doing good. Busy as ever, but doing good. So, just ready to get back into it. Get a couple under our belt and take a little Christmas break and start rocking 2026.
Yeah, you might think that I've been taking a break, but it hasn't been what I would consider to
No,
be
no, 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 no.
a break. I just
No.
haven't been able to podcast, and I apologize
Yes.
to the listeners, but, it's just one of those things where real life stuff happens, and
Hey, family comes first.
yep, no big deal.
I mean, not that you guys out there aren't family, but other priorities take first.
Yeah, I mean, I wish Juan would just move into my attic already.
I mean, he'd be
asking.
better than the ghost you had, so.
But yeah, I've had a lot going on personally. My wife had surgery, but that's all great now. How about you? What's going on?
I'm just running like a chicken with its head cut off. You know, Isabella is doing her college and county queen thing. We're getting ready for January for the big like state competition, and then she's doing Mizzou athletics, so football, basketball, volleyball, gymnastics. She's working all those and
That's
kind of
crazy.
organizing that stuff, and
She's busy as hell.
so. Yeah, plus sorority, plus a day job, plus school. So,
What, no night job?
no,
She's lazy.
that's what the internship is. Hey, she works at a coffee shop, and she's been getting there at like anywhere from 5:30 to 6:30 in the morning,
Nope.
going to class, and then doing athletic stuff in the afternoon, and sometimes sorority, and then she also does a few like charitable organizations. She just did a like a world market thing for people becoming citizens and do
Whoa,
like crafts and stuff like that
that's
that
awesome.
sell them. So she was just, and she did like all of the marketing, like table marketing and like website like routing stuff, and yeah.
Damn.
Plus she's taking 21 credit hours.
Holy shit, calm
Yeah,
down.
I know.
Well, congrats to her. She's doing great as always.
Yes.
How about you? Anything?
I mean, honestly, my biggest achievement this week is I got the Christmas tree up.
Well, I
So,
might do that later today if I'm forced. And I
oh,
might
it's
be
not
forced.
decorated. It's not decorated yet.
It's just up.
I've had to go to the store to get more lights because, it's one of those damn pre-lit ones, and we've had it for like 3 years, so of course like shit goes out on it
Oh
already.
yeah, for sure.
So I'm like, oh. So,
Yep. Yeah, I get it. We were offered a third. Look. I'll just admit it. We use an artificial tree. I just don't have the, whatever. I just need the tree to be up and the family to have a place for the
oh,
presents.
right.
My parents, like I grew up having a real tree in the house. I know how much of a mess it is. I like the smell. I like the vibe of the real tree being in the house, but I just don't. I'm not doing it. I'm not
Yeah,
messing with it.
you know what? I'm the same way. We had a real tree for quite a while, and then it just got too much. Now I have a Bath and Body Works fresh balsam air freshener stuck in the outlet next to the tree.
Hell yeah.
Works the same way,
Yep. So yeah, I might be doing
and
that.
it's not as flammable. So,
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I like a little danger associated with my Christmas holiday, but you know,
well, I don't want any one of those, Christmas vacation scenarios happening. So,
got to keep those squirrels out.
right? Hey, I've had a squirrel incident in the house before. It's not fun.
No.
It came through the chimney. Literally
Yeah,
came through the chimney. And I had fucking squirrel footprints on the ceiling.
that's wonderful.
It was running around like the living room before we finally got the damn thing out of the house.
That's hilarious. I'm sure it was a nightmare at the time, but wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I really wish I would have had video of it because it would have been a hell of a comedy scene in a movie somewhere.
Sure. Well, one thing I have to talk about, and I have a lot of things to
Okay.
talk about today, is number one, my wife was in the hospital for about a week. And during that time, I was looking for ways to pass the time. Probably the best thing to happen to me during that week was that I got to have lunch with Bones. Shout out to Bones. He took me to a wonderful lunch. It
Nice,
was
nice.
awesome. And then we went to his local comic shop and got something for my wife to
Sweet.
read. It was awesome. So
Awesome.
that was like the highlight of that week, like easily far and away. We just had a
Yep.
great lunch and yeah. Anyway, uh, it was at the like Schlafly, like
Oh, the brew house,
yes, it was
the brew
awesome.
house restaurant. Yeah, that's a good place.
And we sat outside. It was just nice enough to be outside, and man, it was good.
Unlike now.
No, not now. My last
No.
few days have just been so much shoveling and
Oh,
breaking ice.
my God.
Yeah, it's been rough.
Last Sunday, yeah, I was about dead.
Yep.
We initially were gonna do our show, yes, or last Sunday, starting back up, but my ass was kicked. I mean, you know how long my driveway is, and
Yeah. That would
I
not have
did
been fun.
the whole driveway and sidewalk and steps,
No,
and yeah,
that was rough. That's really rough.
yeah.
Anyway, listen. While we were in the hospital,
Okay,
one thing that kept me sane, and this is one of my things to talk about today, was a game called Ball Pit. Have you
okay.
heard of Ball Pit?
I mean, I've heard of a ball pit, but I've never heard of ball pit.
Well, forget about the idea of like a children's ball pit because there's nothing to do
Okay,
with that. It's called Ball. Technically, it's called Ball X Pit. And what it is, there is a light story to it, and there are characters in it, but it's really not about. It's not about that. Forget that.
okay,
Think Breakout
okay.
meets. Have you played? Did you play Hades?
Mm-hmm.
Think Breakout sort of meets something like, or even probably even more apt is Vampire Survivors.
Okay,
So Breakout meets Vampire Survivors. So you have these rows of enemies that are coming down as
right,
you're walking up, and so the maps are all just long vertical up and down.
right.
You're just moving upwards on this map. It's very arcade style, which I really
Okay,
love. Each run takes usually no more than 15 minutes, 20 minutes if you have trouble with the boss. And so they're coming down, and they're usually in shapes. And what you're doing is you get your weapons are balls, and they're different types of balls.
okay,
And within the story of the game, it's like you're descending deeper and deeper into this pit to like
right.
hunt for loot that has fallen into this pit. But
Okay,
there's creatures and enemies and monsters in there.
gotcha.
And so you're getting these different types of balls, and what you can do is every time you level up, so like every enemy drops XP and you're leveling up. Every level you go up, you get to choose a new upgrade. So you're
Okay,
building your character every run. It's a roguelike. And as you're building your character, you can do these evolutions and you can do these fusions where you're putting ball types together
okay,
and you're making new weapons. And it just gets more and more complicated and insane. But like by the end of the run, if you did it right, you have like an insane set of powers that is just like wiping the board. But the other fun of it is like Breakout. So these balls are bouncing everywhere,
right.
and you're seeing damage numbers pop up, and it's really satisfying. I cannot recommend this game enough to a certain type of gamer. I mean, I think any old school type of gamer would appreciate
Right.
this. It feels like an arcade game in some ways, but like has the staying power of something that you can dump. So I completed it on the Steam Deck. Thank you,
Okay.
Valve. I love you, Gabe. I completed it on the Steam Deck in about 30 hours. There is a new game plus, which I delved into a little bit. But then when we got home from the hospital, I said, I don't really feel like I'm done with Ball Pit. I bought it again on PlayStation, and I'm almost finished with my second run.
Okay, I'll have to look that one up.
And just real quick, there's also on top of all that, there's a base building aspect where you have these plots of land that you can unlock, and as you're going through the levels, you get blueprints for buildings, and the buildings can give you things like upgrades, different ball types, different passive abilities, overall better health, better speed, better power, all that stuff.
Okay, yeah, just your regular power up.
But they're also going to give you new characters, and there's a ton of new characters to unlock. But the other thing is, you're also farming. So you're putting together farmland, you're putting together forests and rock things so you can harvest stone.
Okay.
And so what happens is the mini game is also like Breakout. You launch the characters that you're unlocking into this little mini map that is your base, and they bounce around, and the bounces equal harvesting or building buildings or whatever, leveling things up.
Right.
And so it's all about the bouncing. You might be trying to build a building, but like mess up your aim and like you don't bounce it enough times and build the building.
Okay.
It's really fun. I cannot recommend Ball Pit enough for a certain type of gamer.
Right.
My wife is tired of seeing it, and I apologize. But it's got me. It's still got me. So that's Ball Pit. Highly recommended. It's on everything. The next thing.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe you've played this. I'm not sure. I'm telling you now. You need to if you haven't. Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
I keep seeing it pop up, and I have yet to play it. I'm seeing it looked.
I cannot recommend it enough for you specifically.
Okay.
If you like X-Men Arcade, and I know you like X-Men Arcade.
Yes.
It's pretty much like the ultimate version of that type of a game. There are so many playable characters. You can customize your character with different. There's tons of different skins for them.
Okay.
And there's a light. It's not really an RPG at all. It is a beat 'em up. But
it reminded me, just the visuals of it reminded me a lot of like Capcom versus Marvel.
A little bit, but it is more like a Streets of Rage.
Okay.
So you're walking through the level, fighting everything.
Right.
At the end of every level, there's a boss.
Okay.
So it really is. It's just like X-Men Arcade.
Awesome. Yes, I will.
It starts with a bunch of characters that you have available all right off the bat.
Okay.
Beta Ray Bill, Captain America, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Wolverine, of course.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them. And then you're just unlocking characters like left and right as you go.
Nice.
And you can... What's cool about it is there's an incentive to play different characters because you can level them up.
Right.
You get them to level 10 and they become the maximum version of that character.
Oh, nice.
They all have really unique movesets. They all have ultimate abilities. They all have... And by the way, when you play, you take two characters with you. So I'm playing through right now, and you can change after every level. You can change characters if you want to.
Okay.
But right now, I've only even touched Cosmic Ghost Rider and Wolverine.
Is it kind of like a tag team that you can flip them in and out? Or okay.
And so there's a thing where, like, if you hit L2, you'll pull the other guy in and control them briefly. There's a way that you can just have them fight, or you can just switch to that character.
Okay.
The Wolverine voice, I'm sure, is a guy who's played Wolverine before. I don't know if it's the guy from the cartoon or not, but he kind of sounds like him.
Or at least someone that does a close facsimile of.
Yeah. And it's one of those where they have these voice lines that repeat often, and they get stuck in your head.
Right.
And you're saying things like Wolverine has a funny line where anytime he uses a healing item, he goes, "Don't taste too bad." But and the animations are awesome. It's all beautiful 2D sprites, and you get what I really love about this is if you're a classic Marvel fan, this game is serving you.
Okay.
It is giving you everything you want. Annihilus, Galactus, Silver Surfer's there, Thanos is there. You're going through all these. I mean, they're the more cosmic level things.
Right.
But you're
obviously by the name of it.
You're going to Wakanda. You're going to the blue area of the moon. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
You're doing all these classic Marvel places, and there's Sentinels and there's X-Men characters. It feels very 90s.
Okay.
And even the 80s versions for sure. I mean, it's awesome. It's really, really fun. I'm gonna have a blast unlocking all the characters.
I've been waiting to pull the trigger on that game, and you've sent me over the edge to go for it.
It's It's an easy win. And
Okay.
it's the kind of game that I know for a fact will remain on my hard drive, and I'm just gonna go, hey, maybe we'll do a run of that, and level some characters up and make a
Yeah.
little more progress. It's super fun. And if you have anyone to play with, it's got local, 2-player local, 4-player
Okay.
online, which is awesome. So
Nice, nice.
highly recommend for Marvel fans.
I've been going back and playing Cyberpunk.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So I've got the DLC and I'm going through the whole story again, and then I'll go through with the DLC or the add-on.
Cool.
So I've been doing that. I've got in my queue that I haven't started yet, and I know a lot of people have played this and really enjoyed it. It's Dispatch.
Yes.
It's from Ad Hoc, which is a bunch of guys that left Telltale.
Yep.
So, I mean, everything that I've seen, I've kind of tried to stay away from some spoilers, but I've watched a little bit of and it just looks like a fun game to go through casually.
Sure.
And it's a puzzle solver. So,
Yeah. I've heard good things. I haven't played it yet.
but other than that, that's pretty much the two things that like I said, I've been hardcore going through from day one of Cyberpunk again. So,
I know I will eventually. It'll,
well,
it'll, there will be a moment when it's time.
yeah. Well, the basic game is free right now on PlayStation
Yeah, that's awesome.
Plus, so that's why I went ahead and I had a bunch of stuff that I haven't played in like forever and a day, so I went ahead and chucked those off my hard drive and just put them in the cloud and put Cyberpunk back on.
Sure.
So I mean, remember when we had it when we got it for at the store.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know how many,
That
everybody was complaining about all the bugs, but we were like the first couple to have the PS5, and
it was
other
no
than
problem.
one scene, I had no
It was
problem.
fine. I still have the jacket. They gave
Nice.
they gave management the jacket, and so I have that.
I've still got my samurai t-shirt, so,
I love that. I still like
but
from the trailer, and it's in the game when Keanu Reeves says, "Wake the fuck up, samurai."
yeah,
But I like to say, "We've got a CD to burn." Keanu Reeves wants to burn a CD.
I know, right?
Okay.
So, but that's pretty much all that I've been playing in the last month, so.
All right.
But yeah, the ball pit and the new Marvel game, I'll definitely have to.
Both fairly cheap. I would so recommend the Marvel, particularly for you. But I mean, I think Ball Pit is an easy win. Also, it's just one of
Yeah.
those things. I don't know if I've ever fallen asleep more playing a game than Ball Pit, but that's not to say. There's something about it where like you're just it's
Soothing
just
and
scrolling
just
up and you're
focusing,
just,
yeah.
and yeah, I don't know, but that's not a knock on it. It's just one of those things where I played it so much, and there's a couple times when I just woke up playing Ball Pit.
Woke up here and ding, ding, ding,
Yeah,
ding.
there's something going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you're good with it, Chris, I have to take a massive dump,
Okay.
and by that I mean a movie dump. Chris, what were you thinking, Grosso?
Well, if
am-
we hadn't talked before, I would have thought I would have had to run this show by myself for a while, but the fact that you already told me this,
It's a movie dump. Uh-oh. So,
we need sound effect to add in there.
just bad farts.
Yeah.
Unlike good farts. Anyway. I don't know.
The trash can scene from Van Wilder.
Yes, just like that. So I don't remember. Did we? Okay, yeah, that's when we did our last show. So there's a bunch of stuff here that I want to cover. I'm going to start with a Christmas. And by the way, I'm just going to say this here. Most of these movies, almost all of them,
Okay.
are on Tubi.
Okay.
We have been.
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
let's start. I was to say, let's start with the one thing you saw a movie in theaters.
I did.
Well, let's do the theater stuff because I saw one movie all this time in theaters as well. Let's hit those and then we'll hit everything else that you.
Okay, fine. Last night I took the kiddo and her friend to see Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Ooh.
I've really no info about the games. I know there's like expanded lore, there's books and stuff, and
Right.
Laura has read them. So my only real view of this is sort of the movie, and like I think I played the first game in, I don't know, 2015 or something, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't really get. I mean, there's a jump scare, and I never got
Right.
any of the lore. My point
Right.
is, I'm not a Five Nights at Freddy's person. I thought the first movie was absolutely fine. It helped that my kid really loved it.
Yeah.
I think it's fun gateway horror, and
Right.
I love the concept
And
of
that's
gateway
what I would
horror.
have called the first movie for
Yeah,
sure.
and this is just like more of that. I'll tell you that
Okay.
the scope of the story becomes larger, and the animatronics are now roaming the streets.
Okay.
And I would have wanted a little bit more. I think you could have really gone a little bit more Michael Myers, like really moody, atmospheric slasher, but with these ridiculous, Chuck E. Cheese animatronics. But
Yeah.
I think because it's PG-13, they, obviously
Dialing
they
it
don't
back a
want-
little bit.
They,
Yeah.
they kind of brush up against that. I mean, they do have moments where people are being stalked in their homes and on the
Right.
streets and stuff. So like you get the vibe, but it doesn't quite. There aren't too many murders.
Right.
There aren't too many crazy kills. I could have maybe gone for a couple more insane kills. There were one or two that were pretty good. I didn't really understand the geography of the world. There's like, it's like somehow there is another location, like a Five Nights at Freddy Fazbear location, like within biking distance that nobody seemed
Okay.
to know about. I don't. That didn't really make sense, but whatever. It's a movie. And
Right.
it's for the children. We had fun. I mean, I've seen people ripping it apart. Like, I think IGN gave it a 3. That's horseshit. It's not.
Well,
fun.
I don't think they gave the first movie a great rating either, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know what you're expecting from a Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Right. I mean,
This thing delivered everything I expected it would deliver. And look, it does help that I had zero expectation. So the fact that you
Right.
just set yourself at 0 and you just see if anything sticks, and some things did for me. So I said, hey,
right.
great. This was fun. So
Yeah.
I have no
Just have fun with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no complaints. It was fine. I mean, I'm not telling everyone to run out and see it, but if you have a kid in your life that is interested in horror, it was a fine time at the movies. I don't have any
Yeah.
complaints. It was fine. So I think I gave it a 3 on Letterboxd.
Well, I mean, that's a decent, out of 5. That's not a bad rating whatsoever. I mean,
Yep.
it's decent, and like you said, that's the kind of gateway horror for younger kids, and it's not overtly, you know,
It's not
psychologically damning.
exactly. Yeah, it's not like super graphic. Like I was kind of
Right.
hoping for more, but you still get the horror vibes, and it's a very competent.
You
movie
get more of the
about-
feeling than the actual visual.
Yes, exactly.
So, and that's for that kind of movie, for kind of the demographic that it's going for, that's kind of what you want. I mean, honestly, and you can't knock that too much for that.
Exactly.
I think that yeah. But the one movie I did see in theaters is an oldie. It was the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future.
Oh, great! I have a
It
friend
was
that
good
went
to
to
see
see
that. Yeah, it was good to see that in theater. It was
Chris had
awesome.
2 friends that went to see that, Chris.
Oh yeah, I was like, well,
I have one
fuck you
friend and
too.
one enemy
Yeah,
that went to see
yeah.
it.
Well, fuck you.
Well, how was it?
No, screw yourself. No, and actually, it was really good to see it on the big screen again. Because God, how long has it been?
Well,
Then
40 years.
basically, yeah. I mean, and just the effects hold up. I know they were somewhat digitally cleaned up, but I mean the effects hold up. The story obviously holds up,
Yep.
and it was Back to the Future. I mean, almost a perfect movie.
I think you could. I don't know. I think it's a perfect movie. I think it's close enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, almost meaning miss it by that much.
I think if it's an arguably perfect movie, it's a perfect movie.
Okay, I'll give you that then.
Yeah.
I'll go full perfect movie.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it's a classic. I'm sorry I didn't get to see that in theaters. Hopefully that comes back around. I'm sure it will eventually.
Well, probably
I'm
in
sure it
about
was a
10
blast.
years.
Yeah,
5 or 10.
sure. Well, that's great though. That's awesome. I'm
So,
pretty jealous. I'm not gonna lie.
and I will be looking forward to next year sitting in a movie theater for almost 10 and a half hours.
What's this about?
They are re-releasing for the God Help Me 25th anniversary of The Fellowship.
Oh, okay. So all of them?
All of them. The extended cuts.
I've done that before. I've done, and I'll
I
tell you
have
this,
too when it
I've done it
first
more
came
than
out.
once.
Okay.
I used to work in the CD store, and we could have movies
Right.
on, and it would often be slow, and I would put them on, and you could just squeeze them in one shift.
Right.
You'd
Oh
be
yeah.
there 9 to 9, and you'd put them on
Yeah.
for at the very beginning.
No, but this is in the theater, all three, back to back to back.
I would love it,
Extended cut. Yeah,
but that's like you're moving in.
I know.
You better get comfortable in that chair.
They better have more than just popcorn and nachos. That's all I'm saying.
That's right. That's cool.
So,
All right. You watch anything else?
in the theater, no, but I have watched some other stuff. Um, for those that are Shudder fans, Good Boy is now on Shudder,
Uh huh.
which I watched that. That was actually Courage the Cowardly Dog, just in real life.
The things he does for love.
I know, right? Muriel.
Muriel.
Uh, I did watch the Joe Hill vampire movie Abraham's Boys.
Yeah, I've almost watched it a few times, but I haven't watched it.
It's pretty interesting. It's kind of an interesting take that Van Helsing basically,
Yeah.
moves to America, rural America in like, what was it, like 1915?
Is that when it takes place?
Yes.
That's cool. I'll
So,
get there eventually on that.
yeah, I think you'd enjoy it. And then, no, that's pretty much movie-wise, other than just repeat stuff in the background. That's really about it, new-wise. Other
Okay.
than some series we'll talk about in a little while.
Okay.
So dump away.
All right. Time for the dump. Get ready. Joe Bob showed Bird with the Crystal Plumage
Okay.
and Blood and Black Lace. I've seen both of those, but hey, both awesome. Love some Giallo.
Yeah.
The first new watch for me was a Christmas slasher that I had never seen, and I'm not sure that I'd even heard of, called To All a Good Night. I did not know this movie.
Okay. No, I've never heard that.
A group of teenagers at a party find themselves being stalked by a maniacal killer in a Santa Claus costume. Look, it's a little bit like Black Christmas. I mean, it's essentially like
Right.
I think they're like college students, or they attend a school, but they all live in one house.
Okay.
And there's a Santa Claus killer in this house. Although it seems like it's kind of California based. So
Oh,
there's
okay.
not a lot of like snow or anything like that. But
A little more palm trees and
yeah, exactly. But it still has like fun Christmas vibes. If you've already watched all the other Christmas Santa slashers that are out there, and
Right.
there are so many of them. If you haven't seen To All a Good Night, maybe this year's the year.
I would say
Um,
Krampus.
well, there's just a jillion of them. I mean, there's
Yeah.
so many.
I mean, we can do a whole episode on Christmas horror movies.
Yeah, there's just so many of them. So, but yeah, that one, it was fine. I look, and again, these are almost all these are on Tubi, so check them out.
Okay.
Next up was a movie called Bone Daddy.
Money.
It has Rutger Hauer.
Oh, okay.
1998.
Now you've sparked my interest.
Well, yes, he's got a mustache. Yeah,
But is it a porn stash?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
gonna say yes. um, yeah, no, I didn't hate it. I think it was a solid psychological thriller. It
Okay.
it has a practical effect in it that has stuck with me for sure.
Okay.
I'm This is not like a award-winning film. I mean, it's not going to blow you away. But if you want to see a Rutger Hauer movie where he's an ex like investigator turned author
Okay.
investigating murders, and then the murderer is targeting him, you should check it out.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. Bone Daddy, 1998. And again, one weird practical effect that I was like, oh, it was pretty.
So it's kind of like that one effect in Bone Tomahawk.
To some degree, yes. It's not particularly about the same
I mean, not the
area
same per
of the
se,
anatomy, but it
but
is
just that one scene,
it sticks with you.
physical effect really sticks with you. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Some more than others.
Yes. The next one, look, it's Sleepwalkers by Mick Garris. Have you seen
Okay.
Sleepwalkers?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but
You
yeah.
forget that Ron Perlman's in it.
Oh yeah.
You forget that Glenn Shaddix is in it.
Okay.
There's one scene that has like, it's like insane. It's got John Landis, Joe Dante, Stephen King, and Clive Barker, Toby Hooper all in one scene. He just like had all his buddies show up, all the
Right.
horror guys. Look, it's a movie about cat people, incestuous cat people.
Behavior.
It was weird. I don't know. It's fun. It's a fun watch, but I'm not.
It's a definite 80s movie.
It's 1992, Chris.
Oh, and that 80s, 90s, I meant,
Yes,
feel
for sure.
in that
Yep.
early.
Yep. All right, next on my list. This is one of the higher recommends, I think. And it's called Spellbinder, 1988.
Okay.
It has Tim Daly, Kelly Preston. I think it has. Yeah, it has Kerry Tagawa in it, who just passed away.
Yeah.
He plays a cop in that movie. And so basically, this is a movie where. How do I explain this? A man falls in love with a witch,
Okay.
basically, but this cult wants the witch back. So it's this couple versus a cult, essentially, with a sort of a supernatural twist. 1988. Again, it's called Spellbinder. It had a couple very memorable moments. Again, this is not like movie of the year by any means, but I had a pretty fun time with that one. And I'd never even heard of it before.
It sounded familiar, and I just looked it up, and looking at the cover, I know I've seen this,
Yeah.
but Kelly Preston
Yeah.
and like Rick Rostovich.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh. And she's good in it. I think it's a pretty good movie. This is one of the ones that's like above trash watch, which I like to do often.
Right.
Which a lot of these things are.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm going to recommend Spellbinder for sure. It's just something different. So that was a lot of fun. Next up on my list. Now this is going to seem out of character.
Okay.
I'm going to say that it is. But my wife was watching all these with me, and it was kind of just on a whim. We watched 1978 classic Rescue from Gilligan's Island. I believe it's 15 years after the show ended. They get them they all come back except for Ginger, who didn't want to come back.
Right.
I think the role almost went to Elvira, but then somebody else got it. Cassandra Peterson. it's basically they leave the island. They get off Gilligan's Island and they make it back to the real world. And the whole movie is them mostly in their same outfits,
Right.
trying to fit into real life, regular society again. I'm not like a huge Gilligan's Island guy, but you know,
I honestly could see you watching this movie on a whim.
yeah.
No, I don't. I honestly don't think it's that far out of character for you.
Look, I love made-for-TV movies. I do.
And I vaguely remember seeing this
It was
on TV.
This was one of the most watched TV films of all time. It had some of the highest ratings, I think, ever on the Nielsen
Yeah.
system. So, from what I read, it was an insane event. So, yeah, whatever. I mean, it was dumb. It's Gilligan's Island. I mean, it's just more Gilligan's Island. What do you want
It's
from me?
it's no more dumb than the trial of the Incredible Hulk.
I'm gonna put Hulk considerably higher. Okay,
I don't know about that one.
relax. No, Hulk is like a 4-star. This is like a 2-star.
We'll both call them 3 and call it even.
Maybe. I guess we could. All right, the next one up might be my favorite of all these weirdos that I watched.
Okay.
And if you haven't seen this, you might really like this.
Okay.
1984, directed by Michael Crichton. It is a movie called Runaway. Have you heard of Runaway?
Ooh. I need to see it here.
I'll
Hold
tell
on.
you
I'm
right
gonna-
now, it's a Tom Selleck movie.
Yes, I have seen this.
Tom Selleck, Gene Simmons, Kirstie Alley's in it. I
Yep,
loved it.
I have. Yes, that is an awesome movie.
I really loved it.
Yes, I looked at the cover and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember now.
Some things don't make any sense in this movie. It doesn't really matter to me whatsoever. It's like near future and like robots. Like he's a police officer that has to like go on site when robots are malfunctioning.
Right.
I don't know. It's like something to do with like insurance, and it's not really explained that well. But like his job is to capture and disable malfunctioning robots.
Right.
I think very competently directed by Michael Crichton, who I think of as an author, not a director. Apparently this movie was like a failure, but I don't really understand. Like, I think it's time for a reappraisal of Runaway. Like, I really like this movie.
I think this was kind of like in the vein of Blade Runner to a degree, like a lower budget, kind of not quite the same, but in that kind of genre of movies at that time. Because Blade Runner was 2 years before this.
I would say this is more chopping mall than Blade Runner. But I mean, maybe that's
No,
just
I
me.
mean, no, but I get the premise of it, kind of.
And you know what? This is the point I was going to make about this movie. And I'm like, seriously, I don't know if this exists on Blu-ray, if I can get like a 4K, but like, I really liked this fucking movie. It has some ideas and concepts that are weirdly like dead on accurate predictions about the way things will work. There's drones, like way ahead of their time drones, that are kind of in the movie, you know, treated like sci-fi wizardry, but like in real life now, it's like, yeah, drones are a common thing. You know, there's so much stuff in this movie where it's like, oh, that all makes sense. And like some of this stuff is happening. Gene Simmons as the villain, by the way.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just going to tell you, I'm not a Kiss fan. I particularly dislike Gene Simmons. I think he sucks. But in this movie, he's great. He's great as the villain. He's the perfect shithead to play this shithead. So
Okay.
I really liked this movie. Selleck just nails it. It is a little bit like RoboCop.
Okay.
It has like sort of RoboCop sensibilities in some way. the dude's son is being raised by a robot and that stays at home with him. So like he never has to be home with his kid. Like a robot just takes care of his kid and just always feeds him hot dogs. Like he just gives him hot dogs. Man, I really like this movie. So Runaway, highly recommended.
I'm only finding it on DVD right now.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Call the police. Have them send somebody out to get this robot. Because I'm pissed. It needs to be on 4K right now. Man, I loved it. So, if you haven't seen it recently, time to maybe I was just having a good night. I don't know. But I really liked it. All right. Next on my list, The Clairvoyant from 1982. This one was weird. Sort of a giallo type movie, but it's an American movie. And it's about this artist who can see and draw this killer. Like she sees the crimes as they're happening in her mind, and she draws and paints them, and she starts to sort of help in the investigation through her art. And it was an interesting movie. Like, it wasn't perfect, but I would watch it again. I only gave it 2.5 on Letterboxd, but I'm thinking maybe it's more like a 3. It has some memorable stuff, some interesting kills. It has, of course, like a giallo style insane twist at the end. If you're looking for a strange slasher with some interesting twists, and it's super sleazy, The Clairvoyant, 1982. Tubi, I love you. Thank you. Chris, I have a bunch more.
Go for it.
Next up on my list, Coda. 1987, made-for-TV Australian slasher.
Okay.
How interesting is that?
That one's fairly interesting. I've never heard of that one.
No, I hadn't either.
I've heard a different Coda, but
this popped up on, again, it was Tubi, and I was like, what the hell is this? It was a very easy sell. This movie is not a perfect movie, and it is, made for TV, so it has to play within certain
boundaries.
But it's not, I don't think that really handcuffs it at all.
Okay.
Like, really. It has some clunky story elements and some clunky acting.
I mean, it is Australian, so. But
it has some, like, beautiful cinematography. It has a wonderful score. Like, so sometimes you get a visual and music together that are like, it's almost hypnotic. It's dreamlike. It's It's so gorgeous to look at, and there's some strange location stuff that just, I don't know. It's like mesmerizing almost. It's sort of a standard, and I don't want to keep overusing this, but it is almost like an Australian giallo, where it's like a strange slasher. Your protagonist is just like someone who gets wrapped up in this. It doesn't want to, but they're investigating. The police can't really help them, and they have to deal with this murderer that's taking people out within her life. I would watch it again as well. I liked it quite a bit. So, probably nobody in it that you would know, I don't think. But I'm going to recommend Coda. It was interesting.
Okay.
I liked it.
And you said, what was that, 87?
87.
Okay.
Made for TV, Australian. All right. Next up. I didn't like this movie very much.
Okay.
Blind Date. I'd never heard of it.
Okay.
Once again, it was on Tubi. A man goes blind when remembering his lost girlfriend, but the doctors can't find anything wrong with his eyes. Joseph Bottoms is the main guy. It has Kirstie Alley.
Okay.
Again. But it also has Keir Dalia, who I like from Space Odyssey. Some actors you'll recognize, but it's like a Greek movie. Same guy who directed The Wind is a movie that I love with
Oh, okay, yeah.
with Wings Hauser.
Right.
This movie, I think, could have been really interesting. They have a great location to shoot at. A lot of it just seems to be on location somewhere in Greece, I think. You have like this wonderful city to play with, but they don't
Okay.
use it enough. And the main character is a dipshit. Like, he sucks. And like, I don't know. He's like a creep dipshit loser.
Okay.
And I had a really hard time caring if he succeeded or failed. He basically, what happens is he goes blind. They can't figure out why.
Okay.
Keir Dalia is there, and he goes, "Hey, I have a way that you could recover a primitive form of sight. You could wait and see if your sight returns, which it might, because we don't know what's wrong. We don't see any real damage physically. Or I can permanently remove any chance that you could get your sight back and give you, like, Atari graphic vision. What do you want?" He goes for the Atari graphic vision. And he has this, it's like all goes through sound, and like he has a tape player.
Right.
And he has to use the device to see.
Okay.
But it uses like input, and so like at one point he literally plugs his thing into an Atari, and he like can see Breakout in his mind. I don't know, man. And he's just like, he's got like an awesome girlfriend, Kirstie Alley, who is like taking care of him, and she's great. But he's just like obsessed with this old girlfriend that he hadn't seen in 5 years or whatever, and he's just like, dumbass.
Okay.
I don't know. It was weird anyway. And it had a strange twist. I didn't fully get it. I didn't love it.
Okay.
Not a recommendation, but you know, if you're trying to watch every strange slasher of all time,
Right.
you go ahead. Blind Date, 1984. Next up, oh baby, Killer's Delight from 1978. A detective tracks a serial killer through San Francisco. There were a couple people I recognized in this.
Okay.
Nobody that's going to blow your mind, but it did have George Flower.
Okay.
He's in Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Bringing him up. I mean, he's in a jillion things.
I was saying he's in a ton of...
Escape from New York, Pumpkinhead, Maniac Cop. Many things I love.
Right.
Fucking Puppet Master 2. But it's a low-budget serial killer, cat and mouse, sleazy. This guy is just like stalking people at a public pool and around that area.
Okay.
He pulls him into his van and kills him. And he's like playing with the cop. He thinks he's smarter than them, and he's, you know, leaving clues and whatever. The main guy reminded me a lot of John Saxon. It's not John Saxon, but like he had John Saxon energy, and I like that.
Okay.
I didn't hate this. I gave it 3 on Letterboxd. So again, if you're looking for slashers, this one's got
the original Don't Get in the Van movie.
It is very much that. It is very much that. It had an interesting plot device with a garage door opener that I found to be like, oh, that's clever.
And better than Scream?
Well, that's different. That's completely different.
Okay.
Next up, 1981, a movie called Delusion. Basically, this nurse goes to live with this guy who is recently become ill, and then everyone starts to be murdered in the house. I'm not going to go into too much detail on this. The burn is too slow. The payoff is not incredible.
Adequate, yeah.
It's interesting. It's just not super engaging.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, it's fine. It doesn't nail it, but anyway, Delusion, 1981. Okay. Next up, The Slayer, 1982.
Okay.
This one was weird. This group goes to an island.
All right.
And this lady is just like depressed the whole time and painting strange things. and then there's a killer maybe, but you don't really know what's real, and it's just it kind of feels like a limp. Not very much going on.
Gotcha.
I did not love it. It was okay. It has an interesting setup, like a really good setup, and then it just goes. So it's, as my review says, I think it stayed in the oven for too long.
Right.
And that, but still somehow not quite ready to serve. It just didn't quite.
Yeah.
There's one really good kill, but that's about. The ending makes no sense. It made me mad. So, actually, it's funny because like I fell asleep at the end of it,
Right.
and Tubi auto played the next movie, and I noticed a change in the music, and it woke me up, and I'm like, hey. Why did they save this piece of music for the end? Like, this is awesome. And then I look at the screen
like,
and it's like,
oh, no.
really cool stuff is happening. I'm like, well, this movie just got really interesting. And I'm like, hang on. I've seen this before. And it was another movie. What was it called? It doesn't matter. I was like, oh, the movie ended and it started playing something more interesting.
Well, we've made you suffer through this one, so we'll give you something a little bit better.
Yep. I went back and finished it and it sucked. So anyway, The Slayer, not recommending.
Yeah.
The cover art promises you something amazing that never delivers to you.
Right.
I hate that. Okay, I have two more.
Okay.
1988, The 13th Floor. And this is another Australian movie. It's got nothing to do right now. 5 nights. 5 Day Rentals is doing Australian. AC/DC is their category. They're doing Australian movies.
Okay.
This is another Australian movie. It's got nothing to do with what they're doing.
Okay.
I just happened to watch a couple Australian movies at the same time. The 13th Floor is what this is called. Really cool beginning. And then the movie completely loses everything. It has this thing where like this kid gets electrocuted on top of this building by gangsters. And then, so like 20 years later, this girl who witnessed that went back to, I think it's her, went back to that building, and there's like an unused floor in this skyscraper building.
Okay.
And they're like hanging out and living in this floor, like hiding out. Her father is like a politician who is a dirty dude, and she is trying to like find a way to hurt him, basically. But it just turns into like oh, her friend has an overdose, and people are arguing about the. It has like it's trying to make some kind of moral statement that doesn't really make sense, and I didn't really get it. It had one actor who I really liked, who's like a assassin guy who was really like this old Australian guy. Like, what a face he had, and he was smoking cigarettes and stalking this girl. That was really cool, but the movie made no sense. The only thing notable about it, really, was that it had Miranda Otto.
Okay.
From Lord of the
Rings. Lord of the Rings, yeah.
And recently she was in Talk to Me, which I think people might remember her from. She actually overdoses of heroin in a bathroom in that movie, so that's fun. Not a good movie. Didn't like it. Last movie. Last night after we watched 5 Nights at Freddy's, we came home and watched another movie. 1991. It's a Dean Koontz adaptation.
Okay.
Servants of Twilight. It's got you'll know a lot of the people in this, actually.
Okay.
Bruce Greenwood, Grace Zabriskie. Also, it's got the guy. What's his name? The guy from Twin Peaks. I think he played Lurch in the Addams Family movie. The big guy.
Oh yeah.
He's in it. Kelly Maroney's in it.
Okay.
And it's basically like, what if sort of the Omen situation happened, but you don't believe it. So like your child is Damien, and there's no evidence at all that this is like this cult suddenly starts stalking you and your family, saying, your child is the Antichrist, he must be killed.
Right.
And so it's just them hiring a private investigator to figure out what's going on. It's this church who believes he's the Antichrist, and they're stalking this family. across the U.S.
Hmm.
It I didn't hate it. It was an interesting, and again, it was another made-for-TV thing.
Right.
It doesn't quite land, but it kept me entertained, and you know, it had some amazing mullets. I'll tell you that.
Well, 1991.
I mean,
So
it's
I mean that was my prime odd movie watching. Right, senior year in high school, and
hell yeah, hell yeah.
had the soccer mullet going on.
You
So
better. So I think of all these, my number one recommendation is probably Runaway, maybe followed by. I liked Coda, but Spellbinder maybe would be
I was saying
second.
Spellbinder. You sounded like you were.
That one's like a real studio movie. Like that's a legit movie.
Yeah.
A lot of these are more indie.
Right.
But yeah, I think Runaway and Spellbinder. And look, I liked Coda. If you're into the Giallo type stuff, I would
Right.
recommend Coda the most
It's really
as well.
close
But
to that.
Runaway, like far and away,
Yeah.
people should be
So
seeing
it
this
ran
movie.
away with from the competition.
100%.
Is what you're trying to say.
And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes my dump. Thank you for listening to my massive dump.
Make sure you wipe after.
Oh, I have to.
A little poopery.
Yep, that's right.
Because there was a couple stinkers in that.
Light a match. All right, we've got a couple things to discuss.
Yes.
Number one, I think I'd like to get out of the way is Welcome to Derry.
Yes.
I watched the first episode. I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of didn't like it at all, so I didn't watch
Really?
the rest. I thought it sucked ass, Chris.
I would go to episode 2 and make your decision off of episode 2.
Okay.
I think personally, there were some things that I was not a huge fan of in the first one, and I thought the CGI was a little kind of crazy in that first episode. But watch episode 2 and decide on that one if you want to continue. I thought it was pretty good. I've read a lot of the King novels, and there is a ton of Easter eggs for not just the It novels.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had one thing spoiled, and it's a certain character that shows up.
Yes. And you do see him for a moment in the first one.
Yeah.
But he plays a larger part
The
through
thing
the
is,
series.
I don't really love Stephen King. They're fine. I love some of his movies.
Oh, I get that.
We've talked before. Like, I think some of the adaptations are my favorite things, like Christine. And The
Maximum
Shining.
Overdrive. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But look, I just don't care about it at all. I've never liked it. I'm not scared of clowns. I don't understand why it's popular. I really don't. So
I think it's like a step up. It was kind of a step up from like the Five Nights at Freddy's for horror people.
sure. And I watched
So
it as a kid,
I think
and I was like, oh,
I
that's
think that yeah, I think that's part of the reason why there's a little more, but I'm not like I read a lot of the King novels, the early ones,
yeah.
because of he was one of the most popular horror novelists out there.
Yes.
I mean, they were
There's no denying it.
more readily available, and a lot of times I'm gonna have to, scour to find a Clive Barker novel that I haven't read.
Right. There's
But
no denying Stephen King. I'm not
Right.
saying Stephen King sucks. I'm just saying it doesn't tend to connect with me for whatever reason.
Well, and that's fine. No, what I was explaining to is in this series, there's a lot more pieces that are in the other novels,
Mhm.
and I'm still on the fence whether I like the fact that they're building this King universe,
Mhm.
because certain things in the novels really, unless they were a sequel, there wasn't a lot of association with each other.
Don't they always try to do
There were
this?
some hints. There were some hints to it, but this kind of the premise, the way they do this, kind of makes some sense.
Well, didn't they try? Didn't isn't this what Castle Rock was?
They tried to, and it failed miserably.
I didn't hate that show.
No, but I think just as a standalone, I don't think it did a well enough job to kind of establish that. I think this brings that in a little bit more. I'm not saying this is like top tier, but I do like it.
Like the birth scene in the car, and I was like, "What the?"
Yeah, that
And then the thing, the baby thing flying around the movie theater, and I was like, "What is this supposed to be? What is this? How am I supposed to feel about this? Like, it's not scary in the slightest.
no.
It's annoying CG. I'm just like, what? What are you
Yes.
telling me right now, show?
Right,
I
right.
just didn't. I did not understand it. I didn't like it.
Get past the first episode. At least try the for me, at least try the second one.
Okay,
So,
I
and
can do
then
that.
after that, if it's like a no-go, then it's a no-go, and I understand completely.
Okay,
But I think the first one was a little too vague, but still trying to set up the rest of the series.
okay,
But I think the second one was a little bit better in kind of doing that almost.
all right.
So,
Well, in the first episode, makes the decision to set up a bunch of characters and then kill them. So
yeah. Yeah, right.
spend a lot of time for nothing. I mean, I
Yeah.
get the point of it, but yeah,
Right.
it's easy to go. Well, that happened. Okay, I
Yeah.
guess
It's like
new characters next week. I guess.
yes and no.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There's still plenty alive. I guess.
Yeah. But if you kind of know the books a little bit, and I think that's the one problem, there's, even though I'm not a huge fan of constantly explaining everything, I would like a little bit more if I'm somebody that doesn't know, like, the lore on stuff. And I don't think it did a good enough job in that first one.
Okay. Fair.
So I think the second one worked a little bit better.
Okay.
But like I said, try the second one. After that, if you don't like it, then
I
I
can do it.
understand.
I can do that. Well, okay. Well, honestly, I'm glad you enjoyed it at least.
Yeah.
If nothing else, great. So let's talk Stranger Things.
Yes.
I'll tell you right off the bat, there wasn't a whole lot so far that like really grabbed me in this season. It's kind of a bummer because I think the last season had so many things that I was like, oh, they're nailing this. You know, you had the Robert Englund thing, you had the
Right.
introduction of Vecna, who is basically Freddy Krueger.
Right.
Well, in some ways,
Sort of.
you had the the possessions that were happening, and you had the more horror elements,
Right.
and it all built to that awesome climax. And like even just looking behind you, I'm remembering, that
Yeah.
episode. I mean, that's so cool. So far, I find the thing that's most interesting to me is the Dustin subplot. Him dealing with the grief, and his character hasn't changed much over the course of
Right.
the entire show.
Right.
But suddenly him sort of maturing in this way and like having to deal with his emotions and the sort of trauma that he's gone through. Like he gets the shit kicked out of him and doesn't even say anything.
Yeah.
And he's, I really, I thought it was interesting. I liked that. I was not surprised by, and look, I think this will go into spoilers here.
Yeah.
I was not surprised.
It's
at
a little
all.
hard not to.
Yeah, I was not surprised at all that it wasn't Vecna in the room.
Right.
Like I called it. That was not a surprise.
Yeah.
I was also not surprised by Max appearing. I did like, what's her name? What's the sister's name? The one who's lost?
I know who you're talking about. God, why can't I think of it now?
She's recast in this season,
Yes.
and she's played by the daughter in Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah.
Nell something.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah, she's really good. She's probably one of the most compelling, other than Dustin. I think one of the most compelling characters in the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you know, there was just something about I couldn't put my finger on it, but I did not care anymore at all about Eleven and Hopper. I don't know what happened, but like when he's like, "I'm gonna go in there and blow myself up if I have to," and I'm like, I think I'm supposed to be scared about this, but I was just like,
Well, and it kind of, that scene kind of just threw me off. I'm
it
like,
felt
what the hell
exactly.
are you doing? You're leaving your
There's no reason
kid
for yeah,
by themselves in the upside down? You know?
absolutely
I mean,
pointless. Yeah,
so it's like, okay, you kill Vecna if he's supposedly like the one tie to reality and the upside down, you're gonna leave your daughter in the upside down. That made no sense whatsoever
yeah.
with killing.
And I think it got. I liked where it ended. I liked
Yeah,
Will finally becoming, you know, I think his character is sort of more used like a tool, like a storytelling tool than anything.
right.
He hasn't really gotten to grow that much or do that much. So for him to suddenly shift like this, I think works. And I heard some grumbling and complaining like, "Oh, another character with powers," but it's like, I think this does make sense. I totally buy it
Right.
within this world.
Especially if you've watched all four previous seasons, because they've hinted at it the whole time.
The connection is there.
Even
Yeah,
even really before, when he was originally in the Upside Down,
yeah,
and then kind of some of the traumas he dealt with in the second one, trying to get past it, and then in season three, which is, it is that one is what it is. Uh, you starting to see him more affected.
hmm
And then in four, I think he personally, they didn't portray it like in the series as much, but you can see his character starting to realize that he's more affected by the Upside Down than initially what was ever thought the three
for
previous
sure,
ones. And
for
then
sure.
this just kind of brings it full circle
Did it
that he
also?
is a major component.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. Did you find it weird that 11 is just murdering people, and Hopper too is just murdering people?
Yeah,
It felt weird.
I mean, I think what they're really trying to portray is like this sense of desperation
I get it.
because they know all roads are leading to this. And it's like, what would you do if it meant your family?
Yeah, I understand that.
I,
It just didn't seem to fit the tone of the show in general. It was just
right,
like, oh, we're
right.
just murdering guys. Okay. Um, I
I
like
mean, I
Linda
think
Hamilton.
every season has been like another progression of escalation.
Sure.
So, I mean, I see it a little more now with season four already going by than if this was like after season two.
Right.
So yeah, I find it still a little odd, but not as odd as I would have if this was earlier in the
Yeah.
series.
Agreed. Um, yeah, Linda Hamilton. Uh, I think she's
That
fine.
hair is something else.
Yeah, she doesn't get a whole lot to do. You get Linda Hamilton, it's like I hope she has more later because
I have this
otherwise,
feeling she is. I think she's gonna play a pivotal part.
Mhm.
Because
I
I
think.
just feel there's more to her
Well, there
than
has
we're
to be.
seeing,
There has to be. I think one
other
of my
than just a government connection.
right. Yeah, you would hope. You never know. I think one of my favorite moments was the when they know the Demogorgon Gorgon is Demogorgon when the Demogorgon is coming to get the sister and they're racing back, and there's the moment with the standoff with the mom in the kitchen and all that. Like,
Yeah.
that was one of my favorite things. I like that. But yeah, I look. It's still Stranger Things. It still works. I didn't hate it. It just didn't. It hasn't blown me away. But again, these are characters that we've been with for quite some time, and I'm interested to see what happens as it goes along. So we'll see.
Yeah, I've been kind of looking at the run times of these episodes.
They're just
They're
movies.
progressively getting more
Yeah, they're just
as it
movies.
goes along.
Yep.
I think the longest one was that last one,
Yep.
which was like a little over an hour. The next four are basically movies, or because they're going to do three, and then the last one comes out on New Year's Eve.
When's the next drop?
Christmas.
Okay.
So, and they're all like 2-hour movies.
Yeah.
No wonder it took 4 years to get this season done.
Yeah.
The finale is 3 hours.
Oh, I thought I read it was 2 hours. So even 3 hours is crazy. I mean, even 2 hours would be crazy, is what I'm saying. My word.
Oh no, it is. Okay, by this, see, I saw something earlier that said it was longer. This one says 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's plenty.
That's still for an episodic show. That's a hell of a finale.
Yeah, for sure. And it seems like they'll be able to give. They've been given the time and resources to do it justice.
Right.
This is like best case scenario for a TV show. Like, if you think about it, some shows, they're like, hey, we're canceled this season. We have to figure out a way to tie it all up. And like, they don't have time to figure it out or whatever.
Right.
But for this show, they have had the most luxurious, and I'm sure it wasn't easy and all that, but
and as long as they don't pull a Game of Thrones on this one with the finale.
Yeah, exactly. So I am expecting it to be good because they have such resources for this.
Well, do you want to hear a little preview of the name of the next four?
I don't mind.
Okay. Because there's 4 more episodes. The 3 and then the last one.
Okay.
Episode 5, Shock Jock.
Okay, so that'll be about
what's her face? Yeah.
Maya Hawke.
Yes. 6, Escape from Kamazans.
Okay, hang on. Shock Jock. Okay, so she's gonna find a way. This is just my prediction. Shock Jock.
Okay.
She's gonna find a way to use the radio station to help them in some way.
Right. Some kind of way that they're maybe block Vecna's signal
or even
of control or some kind of frequency.
They're going to use that to do something to harm Vecna or something, the maybe the creatures
or find a way to
breach,
or
even like make a portal into the Upside Down.
That's what I'm saying, trying to breach the Upside Down.
Okay, the next one was Escape from, is it Terrazad?
It says Kamazats.
Kamazats. Yeah. So that's from the book, the goddamn kids book that I read when I was in 5th grade. What is that book called? What's the book she's reading at the? It's in the show.
Oh, a dream. God, why can't I think of it?
I keep wanting to say the Chronicles of
Wheel
Narnia.
of Time.
Wheel of Time. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god. So that's going to be the episode where Max and the sister escape.
Right.
Max wakes up in that episode, guaranteed.
Yes. The 7th one is called The Bridge.
That is where they find a way to get into the Upside Down, maybe?
Right.
For sure. That's got to be what it is.
Without having to use the military.
Or the bridge. The bridge could refer to, well, we already had wasn't the episode called The Sorcerer?
Yeah, episode 4 was Sorcerer.
He kind of is the bridge as well.
Right.
As a person, he kind of bridges the gap.
Unless there's a third.
Yeah, well,
we did see
that the number, is it 8?
No, she was...
What's her name? What's her number?
I don't know why I was thinking she was 11 as well.
No, no, I think
I don't remember the
she's
number on
from
her
like season
wrist.
2, is it?
No, yeah, she was from season 2. But I was thinking there was, because that's why she kept calling her sister, because I thought they had the same number.
No, I don't think so. Stranger Things, season 5, episode breakdown. Let me see here. If I can quickly find it, I will.
Okay. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Um,
Because I have not really revisited 2 that much. And then,
wow, that didn't help me at all. Uh, what was that? Oh, so it was episode 4, right?
yeah, it was the sorcerer.
Episode 4 recap.
Maybe put in who did 11 find in
Key
season
event.
5, episode 4.
And everyone at home who watched it is screaming.
I know. Damn it, we've had a lot going on. Give us a break.
Yeah, give me a break. Um, number 1, Linda Hamilton. Oh boy, I'm not seeing it. I am not seeing it. Vecna's plan will connect to the high mind. I'm not seeing it. How could it not be like a key thing? I don't know. Do you think
Number
AI?
8. Number
Well,
8.
it was 8. Okay.
Yes, it was 8.
Okay.
Pally.
There we go. There we go. You're welcome, listeners. We do these things for
I
you.
know, right? All for you.
Ugh.
Dead air of us searching the internet. All for you.
It's good podcasting. People
I
love
know,
this
right?
shit. Well, anyway, I
But
am
yeah.
looking forward to the rest. Like, I don't want to sound too negative about it. It just didn't like blow me away yet.
Yeah.
There were parts, there were moments, there were. Oh, I loved Lucas's sister. Eat your damn pie. She's so good.
She is a future, like, sociopath.
She
If somebody was gonna redo, God, why am I drawing a blank? Christian Bale,
American Psycho.
American Psycho, it would be her. Why didn't you
She'd
eat
say,
the
"Don't
goddamn pie?
don't just look at it, eat it."
Yeah. So, listeners, I want a meme of Erica in the American Psycho.
Interesting. Anything else on Stranger Things?
I I I like it so far. It's not, and I think in retrospect, because we've seen the full season of 4, there were some slow episodes in the beginning of season 4, I think. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think 4 in a row, but it was like the last half an hour of episode 4 is what actually escalated into what season, or episode 5.
Right.
Ep- Season 5, episode 4,
I
about
knew
the
what you
last
meant.
half an hour. I know. I had to get it out, damn it. Anyway, the escalation with that, I think that kind of brought in what we kind of liked about season 4.
Hmm.
It took that long.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping these next 3 leading up to the finale are just going to keep that trend going.
I think for me
That
the
we're just going to
biggest.
get more and more and more and more.
Oh, it's gonna ramp up for sure. I think for me the biggest uh, whiplash to deal with is that I tend to have a more horror sensibility, and we're clearly not in horror mode anymore. Last
Right.
season really was.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just kind of like that letdown of like, well, you know, it is still, it's got elements and stuff, but
I
like,
almost feel we're in a little like T2
hmm,
kind of
you might be right about
feel.
that.
Little Terminator 2 feel to
We're
this.
upping the ante. We're making, you
Yeah.
know, the stakes have never been higher. Yeah, yeah, you might be right about that. And you know, Vecna's appearance and
Right.
sort of Rogue One, Darth Vader style
Right. Right.
murder festival.
Right.
And you know, I think he's
So
fine. He's like angry Groot. I don't hate his character design by any means, and I think he's. I don't know that I love, and I said this in the Discord. I don't need it to like, oh, it's been Vecna the whole time. It doesn't not make sense. You know what I mean? It doesn't not make sense. It's just like one of those things
right.
where if that wasn't always the plan, it might feel it feels a little off. Like I don't know.
I I honestly have a theory
Okay,
that the Mind Flayer is actually the one in the background doing all this. And I think that Vecna is a pawn as much as what like Will is.
interesting.
And I think at some point in the next 4 episodes, the Mind Flayer will show back up.
Interesting.
And that will be the one that they truly have to destroy.
Do you think it's gonna? Do you think the ending is the Upside Down is completely destroyed, or cut off forever somehow? It completely dies.
I don't know. I I honestly don't know. 'Cause, I'm hearing a spin-off with somebody else involved, not 11.
Interesting.
So it's like, okay, you can't completely cut off of that unless you go full Firestarter, where it's more the government,
Oh yeah.
and then like the blue group kind of,
You mean Blue Man Group?
no, blue group. Not, don't, not those guys. No, like that's the military group, one of the names for the military group
Yes,
in
I know.
Stephen King. Unless they like completely lean that direction,
Yeah.
and then, I see some kind of conclusion to the Upside Down in this.
Yeah.
Whether we get a final Venom moment that the little squib is one little piece is still around
Yeah.
at the end of this,
Sure.
or
Will
a
they? Yeah.
completely
Will they ever be able to shut the door completely? I don't think
right,
so.
right.
They like money too much.
There's got to be something, yeah,
Yeah. I'm also the question keeps coming up: who makes it out? Who lives? Who dies?
right.
I'm not that interested in that, but I guess it's an interesting thing to talk about. I mean, it seems like Hopper's absolutely ready to go. So I think we'll lose Hopper probably. Do you think one of the kids will be killed?
I actually do.
Is it
I
Dustin?
think actually, you know what? I think Dustin's one of the only ones that probably make it.
Okay.
I think Lucas, if it meant Max coming back, just his dedication, I can see him potentially sacrificing himself
I
to
weirdly
save like
feel.
Max and his sister.
I think I would be more mad if they killed Lucas than I would if they killed Dustin. I don't know. Interesting idea, though. I mean, that's
Right.
definitely an option.
Unfortunately, I see Steve going.
I'm kind of thinking that it's going to be the older buyers.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? And that's a theory too, because this whole like relationship between him and
It's called a love
Steve
triangle,
and
okay?
yeah, I know. It's not really. It's more unrequited love. Yeah.
It's something.
But I could see one of them go, one of those two guys going.
Yeah. Or no, I don't think she goes anywhere.
No, I don't think.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. I just there's been a lot of discussion about that, and like I said,
Yeah.
I'm not that interested. I'm not like super worried about it. Like if if that's what they're gonna do, then great. But
Oh, right.
yeah, I don't know.
I mean, you honestly at this point, you have to. One of them has to at least die.
Do you think
One of
so?
the four boys. Yeah. At some point, one of the four boys has to go.
Or like is trapped in the upside down forever or something?
Mm,
They've already done that though a little bit.
yeah, they basically have. So I wouldn't think. So one of the original, like, should we say six?
Yeah, I think Will's brother is the my
Top
number one.
top.
If we're doing a death pool, I think it's going to
Right.
be the older buyer's boy.
I say that Vecna isn't what's his fit isn't number one. It's actually Barb, and she's gonna kill them all.
Barb is dead and gone. All right, well, I guess we'll see soon enough.
I know. Christmas. We'll get.
Couple weeks here. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, right before our next record. So, or right after, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah. Look, anything else before we get out of here, Chris?
Not really. We're gonna have another show before the end of the year, and then take a little couple weeks, and then get back at it. So,
Absolutely.
anything you guys want us to talk about, or any ideas you guys got for next year? Want something different? Want something new? Either way, we're gonna have fun, or we're not gonna listen to you. So, right,
Well, Chris, this has been a delight. I'm glad to get back to a normal activity. It feels
right.
great. And I hope listeners have a great rest of the year. And we'll talk to you before 2026.
All right. Have
All
fun,
right.
kids.
Have a good one. Goodbye.
Bye.